Hey Cain, this is Spear Jester from POA. It's my review for your replay that you asked me to do. Um, Now, I'm not a Protoss player, but I should be able to give you some general tips, even though I never played Protoss at all. I want to do the casting not just for my own ego, but because I think it would be easier just to point out things as opposed to just typing it out and having you read through a bulk of text. Um, Now, I hope I'm not wasting your time when you watch this because, let's do this, let's do, because, frankly, a lot of players actually do a good job of analyzing their own play. The problem comes in when people don't take the time to analyze their own play or are too frustrated to actually correct themselves. We have HG, Purple Zerg, top right, and we have yourself, Cain, playing Protoss, orange, on the left, cross positions. One thing to note, I think your probe came up here. It's on MLG maps. You're not going to spawn on these cross positions, so you're actually wasting time scouting over here. We should be scouting over here. Actually, I think this is Overlord. So, HG, if you're watching this, well, HG is good, actually. Just you don't want to actually check here if you're spawning over in this position. HG was kind of fast span. Now over here, I don't really think this is a good wall off. I'm not really professional. I'm not wall off either, but at this point in the game, this is not a good wall off. HG could get just a handful of flames like it is now. Come attack this pylon, which I learned the other day to call the North Coast's pylon, where it's just one pylon. They take it out, it takes down all your tech right here. It's good that you got that cannon, because in previous games with you, I noticed that you didn't cannon up, or you weren't cannon the right spots. I'm not sure how to review those replays. I haven't actually got around to that. I just immediately downloaded this one. See now, this wall off right here. Probably could be best avoided. More cost efficient if you just use one zealot and just wall off appropriately. I notice that you like to go stock zealot heavy in your games, which might be fine for the beginning of the game, because if he decides that he wants to take a fast third, he actually send, I guess the new thing for Protoss, send those a handful of zealots to deny the third. Sometimes even the second, depending on how well guarded it is. Zealots do great to get the wings when you don't get the wings. They didn't get the full surround, but what you want to do is you want to take the zealots up against the wall, so that way the zerglings don't get the full surround. Because zealots can take out, what, I think 3 or 4, just one by themselves. And if the bad text message, and if the Zerg player doesn't micro, but even when they micro, you typically lose at least 1 or 2 lanes. Now at this point, I also noticed that the game, you tend to get hard countered right away when you master zealots, and I also noticed that you like to go with a lot of sentries, which you do a decent job with your force fields. But when you're getting hard countered with roaches, it's time to move on, guy. You can't just keep making the same units, unless you're Zerg or Terran, whatever. but generally you want to get a good mix in your unit composition. Yeah, you don't have to get a whole lot of sentries like HG just said, or HG suggested. If you get one sentry, like if you had just these two buildings walling off right over here, just as you actually deny a lot of harassment or a lot of pushes by just having one sentry block off the ramp. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that before, but I'm going to assume not, because I haven't seen you actually use sentries effectively to hold off those early pushes. Now, I'm not sure what the timing is on your usual build. I guess you normally do the charge lot thing, which I guess that's what I'm observing here. But at about over 11 minutes, I'm going to guess that it takes you a good minute. My suggestion for that is to take your time, maybe against the computer, practice your building, your build rather, and your timing, so you get down, because I don't know, as a Zerg player, I don't like seeing a 12-minute mark, because at that time usually someone's pushing out. 12-minute mark, you typically see you're gonna see Mutus, if they're going for Mutus. Doesn't look like he's going for Mutus this game, but just keep in mind that the other player could get Mutus as early as, I believe, the 9-minute mark, and if you don't scout it, it's not that bad to put down at least a cannon here in your mineral line. That's probably another thing. You should probably push out at least one observer, get scouting, because I don't believe you actually see anything. You don't see anything. Yeah. As far as you know, he just has 2 hatcheries. That's not good, bro. You need a scout. Look at this. He doesn't even have any observers, so you won't even have to worry about it. He doesn't have any overseers. He doesn't have any spore cannons. I get that you're not trying to supply block yourself, but you might want to, for future reference, you might want to put a proxy pylon right here, or even right here, or if you had snuck a probe in earlier, maybe right here. Alright, here comes the push. Your Zell should do great against the wings, especially if you pop the first field, push it back. The Obelisk, the Archon should be great against the Stay tuned. Very strong. I swore that said armored last night, but I was doing horrible last night. Alright. Another thing I noticed when you were playing against each other, I believe, but when I had a ball in my you don't want to get guys back. It's better just to either go a different route. Maybe one of those warp prison drops, like over here, would have been great. I believe if you also sit down a pylon right here and get some vision up here, you could probably just warp in some units and do a 2-pronged attack. That's not a good idea. Or if you have blink stalkers. I really hate blink stalkers. I don't think people actually do that anymore. I know before I left on my little break, cousin just loved doing that, but my cousin doesn't really play anymore, so I I'm actually not as up to date. He used to be my bedrock when it came to learning new Protoss builds, even though I didn't play Protoss. See, look at that. You need the scout, bro. Don't make assumptions. Make assumptions, you're making an ass out of yourself and me. Now, this is where you still, I don't think you, no, you still don't know that he has 4 bases. At this point in the game, you should always assume that the Zerg has at least 3 bases going. At which point, if you had scouted, you could have easily denied this third. You could have easily taken out this 4th. But that would have really hurt his economy. He would have been forced to come over here. Hell, he could have even done a 2-pronged attack and just send a handful of zealots to take care of all these drones and the queen. He would have came to try to defend, and you could have swooped in to the front where he has only 1 spine crawler. I think a lot of your problems here could easily be, like, I know you probably hear it often enough when you're getting advice from people, but here's me showing you that scouting could have saved you the game. If you had a cannon back here, you would have been able to snipe those 2 roaches. I know you could probably follow them with your eyes if you actually see them digging through if you pay attention, but that's not good enough, bro. You need to have a cannon back here. Or at least a couple cannons up here. With this expansion, if you had planned to take an early expansion like you were, because I believe you got that in less than 10 minutes, you might as well have gone for the toss fastest span, building a pylon, forge here, gateway, build a sort of wall, and have a cannon back here. I don't think I've seen that play from you before. With a large composition of Lings and Hydras, pulling out Colossus would also be a tide turner for you. By having those Immortals aren't too bad to do for. Oh yeah, the Immortals I was thinking about. Let this break get roaches. My bad. HG is just finally getting its pre-spread up. Side note, I'm trying to judge your play, Cain, but especially if you're having Hydras out in the field, you might get that pre-spread earlier. Hydras was too slow. Although you're effective, you're almost waste, because you can't really reinforce the massive Hydras and come up the battle over here. If you don't have that pre-spread, especially if say you had some phoenixes to pick off the reinforcements. Honestly, you didn't do too bad of a job here. I mean, obviously, it's about still like a minute left in the game. I'm gonna say that you could have saved at least 5. Yeah, you could have saved at least 5 minutes of game. If you had scouted, denied his 3rd, denied his 4th, keep him contained in his expo right here. Did a prison drop. I think that would have been really good for you drop that. Just march in with your 2-pronged attack. Do the prison drop first. Warp in some zealots or whatever you want to warp in. Do some harassment over here. He'll move his army up here. Then that's when you swoop in right over here. He only had 1 spine crawler the entire game over here, and he otherwise held down the fort with just his people. But anyways, that wasn't too bad. This is actually only my 2nd time watching the whole charge lot Archon thing. I guess that's a new thing. But I'm just